Hello everybody, welcome to my assignment for week 5 of Introduction to Music Production class at Coursera.org. This week we're going to talk a little bit about LFO, feedback, dry and white sections, and delay time in two types of modulated short delays such as flanger and chorus. And sure enough, I'll demonstrate a little bit how it sounds within my DAW. So let's start with flanger, and I want to say that flanging is an audio effect that is produced by mixing two identical signals together on a signal delayed by a small or gradually changing period. And if you vary the time delay, it causes a swap up and down in the frequency spectrum, as we saw in the lessons before. And I'm just gonna go through with you guys with the sound without any flanger, and then I'm gonna edit up, and then I'm gonna make some comments about the options that we have to set up different to get different sounds. So let's just go through. I'm gonna play without anything. I'm just gonna add then a flanger effect. So you see that is right here on the corner of my computer. So I have the dry wet over here. That it means if it's wet, you are hearing the sound as much affected as it is. And if you go all the way to the dry, you're just gonna hear the original sound. So, and over here, it's gonna allow me to control how much flanger I want. And you can notice that down here there's delay time. That it just means that you're going to set up and specify how long you're going to delay the audio signal that is being added to the original sample. So I've been noticed that as higher delay times you get, like more different sounds you can get from it. And feedback would be just enhance the intensity of those like peaks and troughs the sound has. So it's gonna pretty much like, let's say, the volume of what you're like hearing about the effect. And over here we have LFO, that it means low frequency oscillator, and you're gonna see those cyclic changes that are applied to a parameter, and we will just cyclic move the amount of delay that is applied to the sound that are being added to the original sound, if I made myself clear. LFO in Ableton has like those shape like settings, and you can see rate and you can see phase over here. Oops, the rate is just gonna be how often the LFO repeats itself, and the phase will be like those different deep notches in motion left to right, and as you can like shape the sound with those settings over here. So let's just hear first without anything. Now I'm gonna apply, like slowly apply flanger. And we're gonna set up like different delay timing for that. As I go up, my feedback's high, so it's louder. Let's just play with loud. Nice rate. So yeah, that's it. It's just like many ways to be playing around and discovering new sounds. But it was the flange, and now let's just check out some chorus. So chorus is multiple deton copies that you vary the delay time, and then you can hear that change in pitch of the sound is it sounds like it's off tone, and this is because this is the cop that several times of that same signal. And who makes this change is the LFO, that changing the delay time in each and every note in different ways produce this like different sounds. So let's hear. This is just the tambourine part. So I'm gonna apply the chorus. And then I'm gonna start. Let's hear dry. And then I'm gradually let's just change feedback so we can hear. So yeah, you can get the most different sounds you possibly can find in this spectrum. I hope that lesson was useful for you, as was for me. It was very fun. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.